Hello, everyone. Whoosh. How are you? How's your day going? Hi to Calliope. Emily. Ooh! You changed your name. That's pretty. Silicons, Tigress, Scruffy, Sharn, Kit Kat. Yup, that's the vibe. Petty Logic. Look at the dancing chickens. Amazing. Hello, Tuffin. Welcome in. So I'm ready to dot. But do you all want to see a couple of the things I got at Joann's today? Oh, silly. Don't make me emotional today. I'm fragile. I love you. I appreciate you. Very much. Your sweet bean. What did I say that made you leave? I just said don't make me emotional. I gotta figure out why sometimes like a dot will pop off and how to fix that other than like when you seal it. Yeah. Well, I'm feeling a little bit better. No, and it is much appreciated. And I trust me, I appreciate it. Georgina, did you see the message I sent you on Discord? It's very important. So I haven't told anyone, including my mods. Last night was a really bad night. And a lot of stuff kind of came into question about life and pets. Hang on, I'm pulling up. I just realized my bot's not on, so this is going to be a real talk moment. That wasn't Joann's, yeah. So yeah, the bot just loaded. There it goes. Real talk. No, you're so good. Last night was one of those nights where the words were uttered that we should just put Patch down. Which I don't say lightly. Ever. Because we love him. But he bit James last night. And I am struggling. Because we have this $1,000 procedure. And it's really hard when you have a reactive dog. Again, we talk here. I like to put things out there because maybe someone is listening and they're struggling too, or I don't know, it might help someone. And that's why I share it. Like, obviously we love him. Like, so much. But it's one of those, and I hate saying this, because again, he was supposed to be the dream dog. He was the dog that I've wanted my whole life. And he's reactive. And it's hard because he's reactive because he's anxious. And I'm anxious. And so I don't want to give up on him because that feels like giving up on me in a way. Or a child who is anxious. He's okay. It was his hand. It wasn't as bad as it could have been. It's not like he's got one puncture on a finger and like a couple of scratches on another. It was not unprovoked. It was, James was trying to clean. Patch has these. Yeah, I was just kind of filling everyone in about what happened last night, like, with Patch. So Patch has this, like, really bad nose crust that he gets. Like, it's really bad. We put lotion on it every night. We clean it. James, and this is never, ever a victim, quote unquote, blaming. This is an explanation, if you will, because that's the last thing I'm doing. But James tried to clean his nose on the couch, and he was holding a tissue. Patch likes to eat tissues. Patch doesn't like stuff done on the couch. That does not give him the right to bite when he is feeling overwhelmed. What he should do is walk away, get off the couch, even cry, like whimper if it hurts, like do something other than a low growl and then a bite. Do you know what I mean? Like there should have been other things that he did first before, like biting is a dog, it should be their last line of like reaction. And the fact that James said he did growl, and he'll do like a growl, but he'll let us do stuff. And so James, logically in my mind, continued to do what he was doing because it wasn't the type of growl that is like, no, I'm gonna, part of me thinks he was going after the tissue because he ended up eating the tissue because he's a dumbass. And I think that he got James's hand in the process. I don't know, James, that might be, you might know better. But yeah, now we're kind of struggling with that's fairly accurate. This feels so icky to admit. Okay? But I think that there's a part of both of us that sort of hoped that there would be something on this test that would say, yeah, you should put him down. Which is a shit thing to say. Because again, I love him. I love him so much, but my love for him is not enough to keep us safe. And it's hard. It is stressful to have a reactive dog, to have to walk on eggshells, to have to think about these things. Like, he does eat tissues. Like, he will try to remember all of the, that'll make his poop better. But it has been a lot for the last 8 years of bending over backwards to try and keep him to try, and I cried a lot last night because of course that's not what I want. What I want is my dog to be better. I want my dog I don't want to be fearful of my dog. It's a real crappy place to be anxious about your pet to constantly be double checking that all the doors for the cats are closed before letting him out, because he has literally bit everyone in this house, every living being in this house except for Pippin. He's bit me, he's bit James, he's bit Maple, he's bit Artemis. Absolutely silly, please. You can love him to the moon and back and still be overwhelmed to the point that you have those thoughts. It's not a bad thing to be overwhelmed. Yeah. It's just like, there's a part of me that's like, because it's reactive and it's a biting thing, there's a part of me that's always like, well, if we like forgive him this time, will next time be worse? And that's where I think a lot of the fear comes in. So I'm going to talk with the vet. I want to ask them a couple of questions about the imaging, see if we can't work out something with the pricing, and have just the imaging done. Just to see, maybe, could there be more, like, we know he has these tumors. Could some of them be causing him more discomfort? Like, it's one of these, one of the things on there that is listed as, a possibility for the testing is like an ultrasound, which is like $400. I don't need that. If he's got tumors, we're not going to be doing ultrasounds no, it doesn't matter. We're just we're just investigating at this point. So he would probably be better as an only pet, yes. My issue is that he is biting us. He goes, when he gets reactive and stressed, it's not, like, he's not necessarily around other animals. Maybe he can smell them. Maybe he's like aware of their being, if you will, but he's not actively with them, if that makes sense. Like they're not in the room and that's what's causing him to react. Because absolutely, like if they all cohabitated, right? And he only got nasty when the cats were around, then yes, that's something to, okay, someone needs to be rehomed or we need to change situations. But the issue is that he is reactive towards, last night it was just him and James sitting on the couch. I was feeding Maple. There was no trigger, if that makes sense. And so, unfortunately, I would never feel comfortable rehoming him because James and I at this point know his triggers. We know what eggshells to walk on. We know what can set him off. And while I do think that, I don't even know that training would help. Training might. But behavioral training is exceedingly expensive. We've looked into it several different times. And the last time that we looked into it a couple of years ago, it was like $300 per half hour. And again, like that's just... we can't afford that. Yes, so he is muzzled anytime he's around strangers. When we go to the vet, he's muzzled. It's hard. And that again is a valid question, and I definitely don't mind you asking at all. Because it's one that we have asked ourselves, if it would be better. And like James was saying, I don't think it would because he gets stressed out around strangers and you know, he has his routine. He knows his routine. And like, you know, today, like, look at him. Today he was my sweet boy. My sweet, stupid boy. And it's like, it's hard because I know what he used to be like. And I know what he's like now. And I blame myself for reacting badly when he was younger to stressful situations. And like, I know everyone has told me that that's not what happened and that wasn't the problem, but up until then he was not as reactive. And it's just, I will always blame myself, and I wish that I could help him. And like, it's one of these things where it's like, I have tamed literal feral cats. Literal cats that couldn't allow a person near them while they were eating now sit in my lap and sleep with me. And why can't I fix him? Like, why can't I fix him? And that's hard. Yeah. He's also a senior dog with complex medical stuff besides, you know, whatever's going on with these, like, tumors and things. He has to be on a specialized diet. His food costs $100 a month. You're not going to find a lot of people who want to take on a reactive senior dog with medical needs. Like, you're just not. I have literally reached out to, like, when Victoria Stillwell, the It's Me or the Dog person, has done, like, open casting. I have literally reached out to be like, help, please. It's hard. Hold on, let me catch up. Yeah, when it's behavioral. Yeah. It's hard because he'll do warning growls a lot. And a lot of times he's still okay. Like, the hard thing is that, like, when he's upside down on his back like that and you're like, you're so cute and I just want to snuggle, like, I can't, when he looks real cute all snuggled up in bed, if I were to, like, try and lie with him, I would get a low grumble growl. Sometimes, if you don't do anything else, he stops and he's like, okay, this is fine. Other times, if you try and be like, you're such a good boy, I love you so much, he growls louder. And so, at that point, you just walk away. So, and that's the other, like, you know, talking about rehoming, we know his signals and his signs, but, like, save having, like, a trainer come to work with him. And again, unfortunately, we cannot have a normal trainer because he is reactive, and we do know that. We have to have a behavioralist out. And again, the ones recommended to us for issues like his, when I looked a couple of years ago, were $300 per half hour. And they would want to do a couple of hour, like, assessment just to start. So, no, I know. There's a note here, just coping, yeah. They can be prone, yeah. no, like, we're not gonna give up on him. Um, and that's, like, I was saying to my mods last night, like, my mom's kind of going through a rough time right now. But I wouldn't talk to them about this anyway because my mom, like, my parents' response has always been, like, either training, get rid of him, put him down. And, like, I couldn't hear that as, like, my only options. Because I know that those are options. James is okay, yeah. It's truly not bad. It hurts. Being bit hurts. It was one quick thing. It was not a bite and grab and shake. It was not multiple bites. It was just a bite and he left. And so it was not, obviously it's inappropriate. And that's not the reaction. That's not what, you're meant to do as a pet. Unless, again, like, they were just sitting on the couch. James didn't corner him. James didn't have him pinned to the floor. Like, there is nothing about it that, like, that should have been his reaction. Other than, like I said, maybe he was going after the tissue, and like James said, maybe that was it too, because then, like I said, he ate his own booger-crusted tissue. He's gross. That's something that can be resolved with simple patience and kindness. Yeah. I wish that we could afford, like, a regular trainer, maybe. It could have been an accident. It could have been. It could have been him just going after the tissue and then being like, oh shit, Dad's hand was there. Like, that is entirely possible. It's just, it's hard to be afraid of your own pet, It is not paper cuttish. He walked away. He chattered his teeth a little bit because he's like, ew, gross, it tastes like blood. Today, he was so excited when James came home from work, and I came home from the store, and, he is running around in the yard wagging his tail and acting like everything is fine. So, I mean, I'll be honest, that James probably doesn't know this, but probably also won't be surprised. I went back and looked at the video, because we have a security camera in our living room. Which is why I know that James, and again, a person should be allowed to take care of their pet. A person should be able to, again, not corner or pin down a dog. If you're doing that, you're asking for it. But, like, he should have been able to do what he did without that reaction. Now, Patch's body language, James might have missed a cue. And in his defense, Patch normally gets his nose cleaned in a different spot. So, James knows that being on the couch can be a trigger. Chose to do it anyway. Not blaming James. This is not that. It's just that sometimes it's truly exhausting to be like, oh shoot, wait, because, like, he just saw that he was boogery and was like, oh, let me wipe it out, like, let me clean that for you. And we shouldn't have to always think and remember, oh shoot, wait, let me go and do it over here, or let me not have him on the couch, or let me do that. Like, it's so much to try and think of and remember, and that's a lot to put on a person. It's a lot to try and remember in a moment when you're tired and you're like, let me just wipe your crusty nose. Like, so, you know, I mean, I could show you all exactly what happened, but it's just... He didn't go right back over, though, to James. No. He walked away. Like, he knew that he did something wrong, if that makes sense. Like, because, like, he did, like, the passive tail wag. Poor James. And again, like I said, James is, like, in pain now. So you could see he's eating the tissue. He follows him, and he's like, it's not like he kept, like, going for him or, like, I'm not done with you or anything like that. He just... So, yeah, I don't know. Like, I'll talk to the vet. I'll tell them what happened. I'll ask them if it's possible for us to do some of the tests that they want done. He might not have. No, and that's the thing, is that I think a lot of us with anxiety and a lot of us with, you know, different, like, hi, how did I know that was going to happen? Different levels of, like, reactivity. Sometimes, like, you don't even realize in the moment, you know, fill in the blank. So, but again, it doesn't excuse it. It doesn't... It makes it hard to... Already... Hi, yeah, come sit behind me. Yeah, it's not blaming James. It's, like, literally telling you all some of, like, his patches, that is, triggers. Like, there's so many. There's so many things that could set him off. And it's like, okay, ma'am, come on. Come back here. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, from the video, here, I'll say look away if you don't want to see. From the video, he definitely, like, James has the tissue in his hand. You can't see the video. Like, James has the tissue in his hand, and he is trying to do his nose, and you can see there, that was the bite, there's the tissue, and now he's eating it. But, like, it happens so fast, too. Like, that's what's... And it's not... Oh, hi, Sam. Hi. I wish I could hug you. I saw your Facebook post and I'm so sorry. I love you so much and I'm here if you need anything. As far as we know, he can see okay. He hears way too well. I wish it'd be great to know, like, take dogs to the optometrist. You know? How well can he see? Does he need glasses? And that's the thing, too, is not even, like, as an older dog, but as, like I said, a reactive dog, he might have been like, I want the tissue because, like, it's a good distraction for when, like, I don't know, like an overstimulating. I have no idea. Um, but this is the problem, is that, like, how we're all sitting here now, like, trying to figure it out. Imagine trying to do that for every little interaction with him, every minute of the day. Trying to be like, oh shoot, is this going to be, like, triggering? Is this going to be a problem? Like, it is mentally exhausting. Um, Doggy glasses, cute AF. He could have, yeah. He could have just wanted the tissue. He could have even seen the tissue as being the thing that was making his nose uncomfortable, and so he was like, no, forget this. Like, because when I clean his nose at night, I use a towel, like an actual towel. I never use a tissue or paper towel because I know that he likes to try and eat those. So, like, I know not to have them around his mouth because he's going to try and snap. Yeah, so his hand is okay. He got, like, one puncture. Oops, you can't see my hand. He has a puncture here. Didn't go all the way through. Just broke skin. And then he has, like just a graze on his thumb. So, it's, again, dog bites hurt because of the force behind them, if that makes sense. Dog bites, like, their jaws are very strong, and so like, you almost tend to get bruising from a dog bite, even if you don't have, like, a bite mark, like a puncture. Like, you'll get bruising sometimes because their jaws are just so strong. Like, it just hurts. Like, imagine slamming your hand in a car door kind of thing. Like, it is quick, it is fast, it is painful. And so, James's reaction was much more to that than it was to, like, he has, a terrible wound and all of that. Almost like food aggression with the tissue. Yeah, I don't know. I'd love to find a trainer who'd be willing to, like, here's the hardest case you'll ever have. Do you want to take us on for free? And you can, like, film it and, like, use it for social. Like, look at this. I was able to fix this dog. Because, like, and, like, you're trying to do what's best by them, for them, but also you have to think about yourself. You have to think about other people. It's exhausting. You have to be so cautious around your pet. Yeah. It's hard to have to walk on eggshells around your own animal. And it's hard to, like, I have I have so much weird experience in life. One of the other things that I did when I worked at PetSmart was I went to their training school and I got to be a trainer. Now, PetSmart trainers are not behaviorists, aren't there to train out behaviors like this. We are there to do the basic trainings, the trainings when you get a puppy, the sit, the stay, the come, the this, the that, how to increase those, like, working in the store. Okay, here's how we're going to increase these recall abilities, these different things, the different skills that you're building on. It's not for reactivity. But, like, I know, like, for instance, at nighttime before bed, Patch, after like a week and a half or so, has learned a brand new routine. He comes in, he sits by the kitchen table, and he waits for me to clean his nose and put lotion on it. And then he knows he gets a treat. So he does it begrudgingly. He doesn't like it. It's uncomfortable, but he knows he gets a treat, and so he does it. It's just like how he does not like getting like his nails done or his teeth brushed. His teeth brushed is more triggering than the nails. The nails he's very used to because we've done that since he was a puppy. But like he doesn't love getting his teeth brushed. He might grumble a little bit and all of that, and like it's cute because he pulls his lips back like, ew, this is gross. Like it almost looks like a snarl, but Cooper did the same thing where he's like, this tastes bad. It's like a ugh kind of a face instead. But he knows that he gets treats after that, so he puts up with it, if that makes sense. And so it's hard because I've tried to use those like positive reinforcement techniques to work on some of his triggers, to, you know, have people who know dogs toss treats to him, to have him, you know, with one of his muzzles that he can still eat treats when my parents are around so that he can't bite, but to try and like, look, they're here and they're just giving you snacks. But like there have been times where like he's even scared my dad with like how he'll growl and he'll stare at you. Like most dogs will look away, like they're not confrontational, but he's like, no, you want to go, let's go. And you know, for my dad to be like, I don't know, I don't like this, takes a lot. So, you know, like I've tried all these different techniques to build on, or like to try and encourage the behavior that we want without necessarily, or tastes funny, without using like negative, like without using punishment or negative reinforcement. And it's like, sometimes you just snap and then all of a sudden you do use that negative reinforcement because you're like, geez, why is nothing working? Yeah, but again, he should trust and know James isn't going to hurt him. He should know that. I mean, you saw like James reacted. He was in pain. He never once went after Patch. He never once went to like beat him or like clobber him or anything like that, you know. So like to me, even if it's outside of the routine, he should have been able, like most animals are able to be like, oh, this is a little different, but it's okay, it's still my person. Like it's still a member of my pack and they're not going to hurt me because, you know, whatever. And I know that that's more for like a neurotypical dog, and he is not a neurotypical dog, but it's like, and I think that's part of it too with like my struggle is that when my thought process went to, well, let's not spend the money on the tests and let's just like talk to the vet about, you know, possibly having to put him down, it's like I instantly feel like I failed him. Like I have not done enough. Like they always talk about, oh yeah, you know, when When people go to heaven, all the pets that they've loved and cared for are there to meet them, and like this and I'm like, if that's true, I'm gonna have to look at him one day. And what if I didn't do enough? Like, what if he doesn't want to see me, kind of thing? Like, what if it's not, it's just, like, what would I say to people, too? Like, oh, Coco, it was cancer that took her. What would I say to people here? He was too much for us? Like, that's not a reason. No, I know anxiety doesn't work that way. It takes a lot of time and consistency. If they're still reacting, yeah. I mean, I don't even remember when he bit me last. When he bit the cats, it was not that he went after them. I'm incredibly grateful that he didn't do more damage. Um, it's probably because the cats, like, stress peed on him. Um, and I was able to get him away from them. But that's the thing, Emily, he doesn't. I feel like he doesn't love us. And that's hard. It's really hard when, like, you pour your whole self into something and you, like, I have seen what love can do. I see Maple, I see Pippin, and it just feels like, have we just not loved him enough? Like, what is it? Because he just, no, I know. And that's why it's hard. It's like this morning he comes over to my side of the bed, wagging his tail and putting his face on the bed and being like, "Hi, Mom, it's time to get up." And it's like, why can't he always be like that? Why is it that when I go to hug him, or not even, like, because I know hugging can be, like, seen as an aggressive sign for dogs, but why is it that, like, I go to put my head on him and he growls? Like, why is it, like, it's just, it's so hard when the things that you've been able to do with every other pet, you can't. I can't even see what I'm trying to dot. No, and it's funny, like, if anything, his boundaries have, like, definitely taught me, like, a lot when it comes to, like, the cats. and understanding how their boundaries work, if that makes sense. Because, like, especially for Maple, who, was a, feral cat who would get stressed, and, like, I was able to see sometimes, like, the signs of, like, oh, here, like, that's stressful, I should stop. Um, so, and I'm like, oh yeah, Patch does that. That's true. I never really thought of it like that. But with I I understand how hard that was for you. Um but it was like you knew why in a way. Like, even though he had never behaved like that before, you knew he was hurting, he was injured. He just It's just how Patch is. Like, if this just started when the accident started, I would think there's something more going on. But this started when he was 2, and he's 10 now. Um, so it's hard. Yeah. And like I said, part of it is just now really struggling with, like, well, what do we do about, like, these tests that, because James is like, I don't want to spend $1,000 on him right now, like, to run all these tests. And I can't say that I blame him, because that's a lot of money. He's like, and if he does have, like, tumors, we're not doing surgery or anything like that, are we? And I was like, no, like, we wouldn't, because he's an older dog, and, like, that's just, he constant, like, it'd be different if he had, like, one tumor, but he constantly gets, like, new ones. He has so many. And so, like, removing one isn't going to, like, fix anything. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, you started to wonder that's how he was going to be. Yeah. Like, you broke, yeah. Yeah. No, I get that. Sorry, I didn't mean to just, like, fall to pieces on stream. I thought that I could just, like, explain it and be fine, and off we would go. Um, and I'd show you my Joanne haul, which I'll still do. No worries, Kit Kat. Yeah, like, and I know there's a handful of people in my life who would understand this, who have either had reactive animals themselves or who have had training with animals, and so they know. But, like, most people don't, you know, don't get it. And again, it's like you said, it's not really talked about. Um, and I'm all about normalizing stuff here. Normalizing talking about these things and, like, just the fact that it's not easy and that, I don't know, feeling really mixed emotions isn't that strange, if that makes sense. Because, like, how can you both love this creature so much, yet also think, like, no, please, like, if I didn't want people to ask questions, I wouldn't share. I'm open to you all asking questions. I'm open to you all, like, because again, like people say, it's not really talked about a lot. People, I don't mind. It's just like with my anxiety. Like when I share stuff, I don't mind answering questions. Like, the floor is open. Like, respectful ones, you know? Like, obviously I know you. I know you're not a troll. If someone were to come in and be like all trolly about stuff, I'd be like, well, that, go away. But yeah, so back when he was little, or, well, not little, he was the full-grown dog, I was walking him at night, and a little girl came running up, and he had his, like, easy walk harness thing on his face, right? It wasn't a muzzle, it wasn't, like, a thing that would keep him from biting, because he never had reacted badly. And a little girl came, oh, he's a Dalmatian. A little girl came running up to him, and her mom was like, no, like, don't run up to the strange dog. And I was like, it's okay, he's friendly. Because at that point, he had never shown any other reason. And then she grabbed his face, and he bit her on her hand. And obviously she starts screaming and crying. And I flipped the F out. I start screaming at him. I hit him. I'm not going to say I didn't. You know, the little girl, oh, Artie, okay, I can't. Hi, come here. Hi, come here. Hi. Well, you can't stand on that. I'm sorry. It's sticky. Okay? And we were, like, right by our apartment at that point. So I brought him inside, and I put him in his crate because I needed to get his... I just snoozed them. I needed to get his shot records for this woman, because she was like, that dog better have all his shots, and this, like, and now she's screaming at me. And so I get all this stuff, and I bring it to her, and every time I walked past his cage, I screamed at him. And I would smack the cage. And I'm not proud of that. But I was shocked by his behavior, and I was mortified, and I was angry at him. I was angry at myself for allowing it to happen. And ever since then, it's like he no longer felt that I could protect him, or that I was stable, or that I was whatever. And all of a sudden it became like he had to protect me all the time, because Mom mom was mad that I didn't protect her or like whatever. Um and I looking back, like you said, Hammy, that's obviously he did nothing wrong. I mean, of course he shouldn't have done that, but that kid shouldn't have grabbed him. Um and I should have realized that. And it was just it's the fact that I reacted so badly and that then he started to become more and more anxious, and I just like everyone's been like, it's not your fault, it's not your fault, and I'm like, but I can pinpoint the exact moment that he stopped trusting me. Yeah, but being predisposed and then having someone like, just because you're predisposed doesn't mean, here, let me help you down, there's stuff in the way. Oh, don't yell at me, I'm just getting you over that. There you go. Being predisposed doesn't mean you're going to have it. Um, Archer is predisposed to muscular dystrophy because Matt has it. Doesn't mean that she has it or that she's going to ever show signs of it. Just because it might be in their DNA doesn't mean that it's ever going to present itself. So it's like, what if he was predisposed to it and I'm the one that was, like you all said, nature nurture kind of thing? What if it was in his nature and then there it was, I just nurtured it? Well, yeah, he still trusts me, but he doesn't trust other people, and I feel like he doesn't trust other people because I made such a big deal about it. Sorry, this is such a shit stream. Ugh. Evidently, I should not have brought this up. Sorry. Anyway, evidently we've been doing this for an hour, so let's take a stretch. We'll play some words. We'll come back. I can show you all some of the stuff I got at Joann's, and yeah. Thanks for listening. Okie doke. Thanks for sticking through ads. Hi, Scrap Battle. I saw you come in. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for listening and not judging. And yeah, just being there. This like never lasts as long. Cats do judge us severely. That's true. All this to say, if y'all do have any questions, please know that you are welcome to ask them. Show us the Joanne's goods. suppose I can do that. So evidently our store will be closing the end of May. So I discovered from the TikTok / Instagram video I shared of my knit it sign. No, I'm not sick. I've just been crying for the last hour. So our store will be closing at the end of May. But evidently, when I shared the knit it sign, some people were like, I got the knit it sign and the sew it sign from my store. And I'm like, oh my gosh, wait, there were other signs besides the knit it? Evidently, there was sew it. My favorite, stuff it. So evidently stuff it was with all the stuffing. And I'm so sad now that they didn't have stuff it at my store, because, I mean, that just feels like living room decor. You know? I was surprised that we had, like, part of the, I guess, new decorations. So I'm kind of bummed out now. I mean, I'm still glad I have the sign I have, but like, damn, I could have had 3. I could have put stuff it somewhere in my house. Anyway. So, well, the first thing is not that exciting, but it's something that I'm interested in trying. This is for the silhouette machine. They're called PickScan. And so it has like the little marks on it. And evidently what you can do is you can take a photo, you put the thing that you printed out on here, and you take a photo with your phone, and it imports the design and you can tell it where to cut. Diamond dots are so fun. I love diamond dots. So I just thought that that was cool, so I got it in the 2 sizes. I just think that that'll be handy for me. I only got 2 things of yarn. I got 4 of this guy. This one's called Jade Green. I swear they kept coming out with like new colors just so that I'd have to buy more. So I got 4 of those. And then this might be one of the prettiest yarns I've ever seen in my life. This is Big Twist Menagerie. It's a 3-weight yarn. It's very soft. And I bought 8 of those. Because I'm like, I want to make sure I have enough to, if I want to make like a sweater, if I want to make a shawl, if I want to make something. It's so soft, isn't it? It's so nice. Yeah, so I got 8 of them. Rosy Maple Moth is the color. Isn't it pretty? I think it would work up so nice. So that's the yarn that I got. I got some DMC. Not that it matters because Joann's is disappearing. But if you are shopping at your Joann's before they disappear, don't buy their store brand cross stitch fabric. It isn't even. It's not made properly. But this is DMC. DMC is safe. So it's just like a linen color. And again, when things are 40% off, yeah, sure, why not? You know? Then, remember I had mentioned on stream yesterday, about doing the pet, paintings, like making a little one, like, from each pet to, like, put in the office, like, with the peanut butter for Patch, or, like, the catnip for the cat. So I got more of these, like, they're the panel style art boards, canvases, so that like we could put the stuff on there and they can like do whatever. So I got a couple of those. And I also got the vinyl, like Petrichor had said, because I think that's a really good idea, the removable vinyl. So what we could do before we do the pet painting with them, which I've done before and it's super fun, is like we could either cut their names out with the smart vinyl and like put their names on it, so that like then you would peel the name off after the paint and like their name would be there. Or Petrichor was even like you could do their silhouette, which I think could be cool too. So I got removable vinyl so that I could do that. The removable vinyl was $2. Like that's a really good value. Like damn. Always a pro tip, yeah. I got this. It was like $2, $3, something like that. It's a little acrylic template, but you could use it with the jelly roll, and that way you could like cut little squares if I ever want. Like, look, you could make pixel art quilts. How cute. Like a cross-stitch quilt. So I thought that was cool. I got this guy. Which is like one of these ones. It's teal. And I thought it'd be cool to try. I don't know if I can. I think there's enough letters, but to put like Megan of all trades, and then you could just like put it somewhere. Like that would be cute to also have it like a market event whenever I get to a market event, you know? It'd be neat to have, like, something written on. And again, everything's, like, all 40% off, so it was, like... Now, granted, somehow I spent a lot of money. I got 2 cross-stitch hoops. I did buy a lot of frames. I bought one that was particularly big because, there's a gift that I got that I needed a big frame for. So it would have been a lot more. You're right. So I got a big frame, which was like still $15 even with like the sale, but it would have been $40. And then I got a couple more like smaller frames for like cross stitches and stuff. I got these. This is one of these things that, so like, you know, when I do like my resin stuff, Saren will recognize these if Saren's still here. And sometimes I have like extra resin that I can't like store. And I'm like, oh, okay, well I can pour it into little, like the little earring molds or stuff like that. There's also like this kind. So these are actually like silicone baking trays, but this one's like a dome shape and this one's flat. But like that way I could do like, if I wanted to do like resin stuff with it, I could, because the resin won't stick to the silicone. So they're like that big. Artie, get. Oh, I know what you want. I know what you want. Let me show chat first. I don't know why. Joann's had on sale pet toys. This is currently Pippin's favorite pet toy. It's a pickle. It says I'm kind of a big dill. And it's crinkly. And then they also had one that said all you need is loaf. All you need is loaf. And it's a bread. That is why Artemis is trying to climb into my shopping bag, because she smells these. Hang on, I should take a picture of them now. The I'm kind of a big dill one is like destroyed thanks to the cats. Is this what you want? Is this what you want? Don't worry, I'm taking video to show you. Wait, I can... We're going for a ride. Yeah, I'm laughing at you. You're cute. Yeah, here. Whoa, whoa. For whatever reason, Joanne Fabrics had this today. All you need is loaf. I shouldn't put that up there, huh? I'll move that. That's actually... Let's not get the chair... Oops. I turned off the camera. Let's not make that chair smell like catnip. I don't need you girls wrestling on the chair. Come here. Come here. I mean, you're welcome to lie on the couch absolutely stoned out of your mind, but it's in the hallway if you want it now. Yeah, the cats love that toy, all of them. Did you see her?
No, I didn't.
She was like trying to get into my bag and I'm like, what the hell? So she then proceeded to get absolutely stoned out of her mind live on camera.
Oh, well, yeah. I love you.
And then I tossed it on the chair and I realized that was a bad idea because I don't want the chair smelling like catnip, but like... I would say pick her up and put her in the hall. She'll see that it's there.
Oh, you smell like catnip.
I am fine. I am not on drugs.
I don't have a problem. You have a problem.
I'm fine.
Oh, this? I like this.
Okay. That explains why she was, like, trying to jump in this bag. So, I got a bag of buttons. Honestly, because I use these big ones as, like, flat bottoms on amigurumi. Like the potion bottles and stuff like that. So I needed more of the big size ones. And then, probably one of the things I'm most excited about.
She was losing her mind over it again.
Remember when I found this little cutie? Why, yes, I found a purple one now, too. And they have different faces. So that was an immediate... Abso-frickin-lutely. Done. So now I have two. And it was the last one there. Girly Pop, I don't have anything else for you here. Then I went next door to Five Below and I got James and I some Five Below clearance Easter candy. I also found Bluey Granny, which is great because I have Bingo Granny. So now I have the grannies. I also found a big peep. It's hard. It's plastic, and I thought it was a cute decoration, but I think that there's also candy inside of it. So we're gonna find out. So yeah, that was basically my Joanne haul. Like I said, other than picture frames, which I didn't show you. I also found these at Five Below. They're like Disney Pops, but it's Pongo and Perdita. They had a bunch of Disney dogs there. So. Oh, and this. It's a needle minder. That, I guess, was already opened. Or falling apart. I don't know. But look at it. It's a big yarn. Is this not magnetic on the back? There we go. Artie, I gave you the drugs that I have for you. What if this is one massive peep in here? It's a bunch of tiny peep hard candies. I was at Five Below and I didn't get more Starburst. I'm
Why
dumb.
did I always have this glue gun stuck to my arm? Ugh.
Hi, Chirps. Thank you for the 52 months. I mean, maybe she can smell the catnip on the other stuff, but I gave her the toy. Yeah. Chirps, what color paper star would you like? Thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. You know, they're okay. You would think they're pretty good because I keep eating them. They're alright. They're like... I don't even know. I don't know. They're like... They're like a... It's a different texture than Pez. Right? Like, it's softer. Like, Pez gets kind of crumbly. But it's sort of similar. Thank you so much for the resub, Chirps. I appreciate it. And thank you all again for sticking around with me while I cried. I appreciate it. It's just... It's a lot. It's a lot to try and figure out, like, what to do. And it's a lot trying to, like... figure out what to do with, like... this medical, like, these imaging things that they want. Because, like... now, am I really going to spend, like, $1,000 on this dog who is just, like, reactive to everything? Like, it just... it messes with your head, you know? Oh, a lot. The whole first hour of stream. I just kind of told everyone, yeah, Patch bit James last night. While James was trying to clean his face, his nose. And it's just like kind of the struggle now of, well, they want to run these tests to see like what else might be going on. And it's like, well, why am I going to spend all this money on a dog? It's just... Yeah, no, I'll call the vet. Or like... Yeah. Anyway. It's like, why are you going to spend that much money? And there's a part of me that's like, because I want to be told that it's for a reason, and I don't want to feel guilt over it, you know? And that the best thing is that we say goodbye. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, Chirps, thank you for the resub. You're in my jar. That's all the stuff I got at Joann's, other than, like I said, the picture frames. I carried around a little weighted lion plushie like the whole time I was there because I was really anxious. And I was going to buy it. And I was like, you can just be my little... It's like one of those hot cold pack weighted guys. So like you could heat it up in the microwave or put it in the fridge. And the lady was like, by the way... Because like I said, you know, some of these things I wasn't sure on pricing. So like some of it I might not want. And she was like, by the way, these guys are really expensive. She was like, they're like aromatherapy. And I was like, oh, okay. And she scanned it and she was like, yeah, it's $20. And I'm like, that's with 40% off? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, I can't. So I basically just carried this lion plushie around the whole time that I was there. And then I put him back. And the guilt I felt, the Toy Story guilt I felt, because I kept hugging him and holding him because he was weighted. And I was like, thanks for being my little buddy. You're going to hang out in my car now, blah, blah. And then I'm like, I'm sorry. You have to go back on the shelf. He did break skin, unfortunately. Yeah, that was part of it, too, is that I'm like, he has now... I mean, that wasn't the first time he's bit James. I'm like, but... He's literally bit everyone in this house other than Pippin at least once. And it kind of becomes... Like, at what point do you say enough is enough and just... Yeah. I like this little lion because he was small. He was like this big. He was like that big. He wasn't too big. Because, like, some of them have big plushies. Like, the Target ones are really big. I have a really big wolf that I use when I sleep. But, like, he was, like, this big, and his whole butt was weighted, and I was like, damn it. I would have bought you, like, I thought that it was gonna be a lot less than that. And now, like I said, the Toy Story guilt, man. I'm like, he thought he was going home, and now he's going back on the shelf. Oh my god. I'm the worst. And, like, even if I went back to get him, like, what happens if they didn't put that one back on the shelf? Like, what? It just... I feel guilty about inanimate objects. Like, all the time, man. Well, and that's part of the problem, Emily, is that they want to do, like, almost $1,000 worth of tests on him right now. with like the poop issue he's been having. And, you know, in the heat of the moment yesterday, when James was frustrated and trying to rinse out this puncture, you know, there's just like, well, I'd rather just spend that money on putting him down and all of that. Like, why are we going to find out if there's anything wrong with him? Like, why are we going to keep shelling out money? And I get it. It's a really weird dichotomy when you have a reactive pet of being absolutely in love with them. You would do anything for them, but at the same time, knowing that in some ways your life will be less stressful without them. But like, you know, who am I going to share like my peanut butter crust with? And like, I don't know. I don't freaking know, man. I don't know what the answer is. I'm just always worried that like the next time it's going to be worse. Like, I'm constantly afraid that he's going to get a cat again and kill one of them instead of just, you know. It's hard. I mean, I haven't seen this little lion guy before, so I would say that he was new. Because, like, they're constantly bringing new items into the store. Like, as they're emptying warehouses and stuff like that. So I would say that he was probably brought in since, like, the last time I was there. Oh, I forgot to show you all this one video. I feel a headache coming on. It's just tension. I'll take ibuprofen on my stretch break. Phone? Phone. Okay, I need you all to see this. Obviously, like I said, stock changes constantly at Joann's. Like the last time I was there, there was like a handful of different cross stitch colors, and I bought them because I was like, I'll go through them, and they're like 40. They were like 45 cents at that point in time. They're currently 40 cents. Are you ready to see what they have?
Okay, this is hilarious to me. We have a ton of 1, a ton of 3819, and a ton of 3766. And that is it. Look at this.
What? That's all. 3 colors. Look at how much of the...
Okay, this is hilarious.
I'll post this on like Instagram and TikTok, but literally 2 full racks of each, and that was it. Those were the only colors, and I cracked up. I'm like, this is the most ridiculous thing. Like, what? What even? And then, again, sometimes, yeah, someone found those. Like I said, they're just bringing out the stock because, check out this too.
I love the random things.
These are Christmas decorations.
Absolutely intensive.
Does anyone want a bottle of I Heart Ranch dressing? Because I got I Heart Ranch dressing Christmas ornaments out the ass at my Joann's. Like, that's so many. There was more up at the top Look. There's more up there. And I don't know if their person fell through on the wall, but evidently the yarn wall on these cubbies are available for purchase. $2,000 for that whole wall. Ranch dressing and pickles. There were pickles there too. Pickles, mm-hmm. Well, if anyone wants me to get a ranch dressing ornament. I mean, the wall is huge. The wall is bigger than that. So I feel like that's not necessarily a bad price. Because, like, it's huge. Like, do you see how big this wall is? Like, it's massive. Oh. So, Joann Fabrics here in the US is going out of business. So they are liquidating and selling off everything. I don't know how much the ranch was. I don't know how much it would cost to ship it to you, but if anyone seriously wants it, let me know. I will go back and pick it up. I will go ahead and go get a bottle. I'll tell you how much the bottle is, and then shipping would be a couple of bucks if you're in the US. If you're international, it might not be worth it, honestly. I'm so excited we're not losing Big Twist. I'm so sad that the usual lady that I see when I go to the store wasn't there, because I was going to tell her. But yeah, if anyone seriously wants me to pick up a bottle of I Heart Ranch dressing, send me a message on Discord. I'll do it. Don't threaten me with a good time. I'll go in there and buy like 20 bottles and have them be like, what? Why? I just really love ranch. Well, yeah, I'm glad now that I found out that the store, because originally I thought that the store might be closing like the end of April, but they're closing the end of May, so hopefully she'll be there. I totally have business cards in my wallet now. I always should have had them. But like, if she wants to come be our friend, she can. Isn't this pretty? It goes really well with the piece I'm working on too. I really like this one though, because it's like, it's not the super tiny little thin, these ones that come with the kits that are like not the most comfortable to hold. It's like a pen, and it's not too heavy, which is great. So at least one backup bottle. I love that. One of the kids woke up in the middle of the night yelling, ranch! Amazing. So I found, yeah, I agree. Those ones are too narrow. I got it off of Amazon. Now, unfortunately, I did find out that this one is not made, or it's out of stock right now. However, there are plenty more. If you literally like, it says like currently unavailable, and if you scroll down, it'll be like more like this item. So I share this one because this is the exact one I got. But like I said, there are a ton of them in like a variety of different colors. Like honestly, I'm kind of tempted. Just, I mean, there's no reason to get it because I have one, but there's a teal one that's like $7. And the nice thing too is that all of these come with extra tips. So it comes with the multi-placer tool. It comes with extra of the single placers. It comes with, and like all of the other ones that are similar. It comes with like an angled placer. It comes with a little like the straightener / scraper. So it comes with like a lot. And again, they're all like less than $10. And like I said, I like this one because it's not heavy. Like I don't feel tired after I've been using it. You're welcome. Again, I know I keep saying thank you, but like, it's hard sometimes, I feel like, for streamers to just allow themselves to be like super vulnerable because, again, people sometimes, there are people out there who'd be rude, or there'd be people out there who'd be like, you know, that aren't, they don't want to come to stream to deal with someone else's emotions. So thank you all for listening. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your thoughts. Thank you for, you know, your opinions and things like that. It does mean a lot. Get more. Do it. Treat yourself. Oh, it's caffeinated. Got it. Understood. I hate that. I'm sorry. I definitely get that where it's like, man, I really want more of that, but I know I can't. Have a good night, Mia. Enjoy going to the gym. No, I know we're all human. I guess that's also part of it, is that I know we're all going through it right now. Like, a lot of us are really... We're all aboard the struggle bus together, you know? So I never want to, like, add to anyone's load. I don't want people worrying about me. I don't know. I'm a people pleaser. A people pleaser with anxiety. Wheels on the bus go round and round all through the town. Got that spot to crack on my back. Ooh, did I do my daily? I don't remember. I don't remember. It'll tell me if I did. I got a rare reward. $4.39. 2 cherish balls, 3 basic balls, 3 fast balls. I'm just a basic ball. It was fun. It was funny. I asked, because again, not everything has prices right now, and so much of like the stock in the store has been like moved around, like it's not in the right location. So I asked a lady who was walking by, who was working. She was like restocking. I was like, "Hey, do you know how much like the Woobles kits are?" And she's like, "I think they're around like $20 right now." She's like, I know a lot of people keep waiting for them to get lower. And I was like, honestly, I said, I'm an experienced crocheter. I'm like, I do, some crochet like content online. And I've had a lot of people ask me like if I think the kits are like a good starting point, if I think they're worth it. And I'm like, I think that it would be really great to buy a kit and kind of go through what I like and what I don't like about it. I'm like, but I don't want to spend that much money. I'm like, because I don't need any of the stuff that's in it. And she's like, it just seems so overpriced. And I was like, no, I'm with you. I was like, is there 40% off right now? But I'm like, yeah, I'll wait. Maybe they'll go lower. Maybe they won't. We'll find out. They still keep like selling out of them. Like, again, the stock that's in there is different every time that I go. Like today there was an avocado, a Snoopy, which I thought was pretty cute, and the heck was the other one? Oh, what there was also the one that I sent to Georgina, which is a BTS character. So well, I think that they think people are like, again, if you buy this, then you won't have to like, like, oh, it comes with the yarn, it comes with the hook, it comes with everything, so like that's a great value. It's a starter kit. And it's like, okay, maybe, but like yarn is not that much. You could buy a basic hook that's probably better for not that much. Like, from what I've heard from people, the real value is in their videos. And I get that, but I'm like, man, there's so much free content on YouTube. Like, that's how I learned how to crochet. Like, I'm trying to share more content of, like, tips and tricks and stuff like that. So, that's why I think it would be interesting for someone like me to review it. Because, like, if I was new to crochet right now, I could probably see myself being like, oh, this is a great value. Like, you know, get a cute kit with all the stuff you need and learn how to crochet. And it, again, I don't know if it is or it isn't. That's why I'd love to review it. Like them, especially since they make a point of having tutorials for lefties. Yeah, see, that is nice. I agree. Oh, it's about to be stretch break time. Okie dokie. We'll take a quick stretch, get a snack, a drink, use the bathroom, take your meds, move your laundry, eat some Easter candy. I don't know. Do what you gotta do. And then we'll come back and we will keep working on this section of the diamond dot. Once we finish this, we'll have a whole other row done, which is exciting. We'll have a couple more rows to do. This has been like sparking joy for me, so I hope that diamond dotting is also sparking joy for you all. I'm excited to do the really big one. I'm nervous to do the really big one that looks like Artie and Pippin, but I promised myself that I wouldn't start it until this one was finished, just because I don't want to have two big diamond dot projects on the go at once. So is it? You're super addicted to diamond dotting right now? Just get to it. Yeah, oh gosh. I try not to do that too much in my videos. Like, I try and talk through what I'm doing while I'm doing it. Like, I don't want to be like, this video is brought to you by, and then like talk for like 15 minutes about my sponsor, or like end up like, I think of the cooking recipes where it's like, here's a simple recipe, blah blah, and then like it's their whole life story before you get to the recipe, and you're like, oh my god, just tell me how to make the freaking thing. So I try not to do that. Anyway, quick stretch break. I'm gonna go pee, and I'll be right back. Alrighty. Thanks for waiting. We back. Hi Jenny, it's good to see you again. Also, did anyone else sneak in while I was peeing? If you did, feel free to say hi. Thank you. Thank you all for sticking through ads, those of you who were in them. I appreciate it. Yo, they really are. Like, last night when I was just like a wreck over everything, I just came into my office and sat with Artie for a few minutes, and she just sat on my lap purring, and I was like, this is good. I needed this. Oh, no worries. Listen, don't ever apologize. You're never like expected to be here all the time, anytime, at the beginning of stream, anytime. You know, like, I appreciate y'all just coming in at any point in time. So no worries at all. How's the quilt coming though? Practice before using the good fabric. I get that. I absolutely understand that. How was practicing? Just want to sleep today. I feel that. We at least had nice weather here, so that kind of helped. Like, it's sunny and the temperature is good. Because I have a feeling that if it wasn't, I probably would have just slept all day. Give yourself an 8 or 9. Okay. Watch a bunch of videos. Asked her lots of questions. Went better. Good. That's awesome. Yeah. YouTube videos are great. Streams are great for that. Phone kept ringing. Oh no. That's rude. Oh, no worries, Tigress. Thanks for hanging out. I hope your errands are go smoothly. Thanks for being here and listening and chatting and all that. We'll be back tomorrow. I think, what do you all think? Are you all down for like another sewing the blanket together day? Or do you want me to work on something else? See you later. I did not. Listen, did you, Elf? You think we need a PJ party day? Okay. Blanket sounds good. I just can't swing that much money right now on a gaming system. Like, that's a lot. Maybe, like, and because also right now there's not like a whole lot of games that I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to have, like, right off the bat. If other titles are announced, it might change. But like right now I'm okay. Nice! That's awesome, Elf. Yeah, I was watching a stream last night where one of my friends was trying to order it. I felt so bad for her because her husband was just like telling her what to do. And it wasn't working and she was getting so stressed. And I was like, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, I played a lot on my Switch one. Like, I definitely got my value out of it. But I haven't played a lot of it recently. I've been playing a lot more PC stuff. I have no idea. Honest to goodness, Emily, I left. It made me too stressed to hear how distressed Mrs. G was getting. And for Doc to, like, not... I was like, I can't watch this anymore. And I left. I love him. I love her. But I was like, I feel so bad right now. Oh, thanks, Hammy. We love having you. That's who I was talking about. I ended up leaving. Because she was just getting... And he's like, refresh the app. And she's like, like, do you not understand? That's why at one point I was like, just get on your phone, Doc. Like, damn. And of course it's not helpful when, like, chat is telling them, like, 20 different things. Target's listed with all sorts of broken mobile apps pretty much crash out completely. Got one through Target, one through Walmart. Missed their live time by 30 minutes. Oh no. Might be worse than getting the PS5. It was so dramatic for the launch. Like, so dramatic. I also got like a normal Switch, and then they came out with like the Animal Crossing Edition Switch, which I think looks so much cuter. And like that was one of the main games that I played on the Switch, and so there's a part of me that's like, maybe I'll wait and see if they come out with like any special edition ones, like for Animal Crossing, like if they're coming out with a new game or anything like that. So I don't know. Again, I also just don't have $500 right now to swing towards that. No worries. Listen, you're still allowed to be here even if you've not seen Lilo and Stitch. It's okay. There's no requirements of watching. They didn't have the stock to support all the pre-order requests. Wow. To beat the tariffs. Is that why people are going so crazy over it? Because it's going to end up being more expensive in the future? GameStop this morning. People are so stupid. Tariffs are gonna be great for us. Are you? You're really that dumb? You really? I guess in the future the cost of the Switch will go up because there'll be tariff costs on them. Right now there isn't any. But because it's an import from Japan, where'd you go?
So, are you on stream or?
Yeah.
Okay. So, my one friend who is very reluctant for help on anything might be losing his home soon. Dakota,
Don't say
Scarecrow.
names.
Yeah, Scarecrow.
Okay.
Well, I mean, even if I say first name, it's not gonna matter.
No, but it's still privacy. I'm online.
Yeah. Scarecrow, my gamer friend, might be losing his living situation soon with his mom. His cousin is not a nice person.
Okay.
They live with his cousin.
Okay.
So he's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I was saying, hey, listen, like me, Adam, and a few other people were like, hey, if you go here, 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 like, yeah, sure, it's not luxury living in terms of housing, but you and your mom could afford it if you pitch in together. Like, not necessarily apply for a loan, but like you could afford this place.
Mm-hmm.
Scarecrow is very self-deprecating and is like, I don't think I could apply for this job. I don't think I could afford this place. I don't think I deserve the support of my friends. And we're like, no, that's baloney. Like, you could definitely afford and or like you are definitely worthy of support from friends.
Mm-hmm.
So Ricky was like, here's his mom's phone number. If you want to talk to her for a few seconds, go for it. So we like me and Adam and a few other guys were like, hey, listen, like we'll help out like with moves and stuff like that. Like don't worry about that type of stuff. Like
How are you going to help out? You don't live anywhere near them.
just picking stuff up and putting things down. Because they're thinking about moving from where they are to close to where we are. So it's like, yeah, just get a U-Haul and like the one guy from the railroad that helped us move into here. It's like, yeah, I'll unload furniture. That's not a big deal.
Scarecrow's a great username, it is.
It is. So, but he's always been very hesitant and reluctant to ask for any kind of help.
Don't know anyone like that.
Understandable. And it's like, we want to just reassure him and his family that, no, you can ask us for help. We'll be there. You just have to say, hey, I would like assistance on this specific day.
So why were you outside?
Just so I didn't interrupt your stream. And it's
You
nice
were
out.
one of those people that called someone and talked on the phone outside?
Yeah, it was nice out.
You were a yard talker? I never understand people who go outside to make phone calls. You're like, bro, you got a whole house.
Yeah.
Private. A yard talker. You know what I mean, though. I feel like there were a lot of those in my apartment complex. Where you'd be like, why are you standing on, like, the front step of, like, our unit to talk loudly on the phone to people? Like, get back inside. What are you doing? What about that? I did not watch Seinfeld very regularly growing up, so I don't know what that was in reference to. Can't turn it down, yeah. I'm your friend, I'm gonna help you, you can't stop me, just, yeah. Direct me, mm-hmm. Oh, close talkers. Gotcha. Have a safe drive home. Thanks for hanging out. I hate when you literally, like, just missed one of the numbers that you were doing. You're like, damn it. You just looked all over. Loving the relaxing music? Good. Is that like a big matchup or something? I don't really know anything about either team. Yes. So I'm just doing the border at this point. The border's not quite done, just because it ended up being a crazy night. But the squares are all joined, and then the border I'll have finished maybe tonight, so I can show it off tomorrow on stream. Oh, dang it. I missed the letter down there, too. Ah, gotcha. Yeah. It's looking good. Don't slouch so bad, Megan. I need, like, to raise up. This, or, I don't know, magnifying glass or something. Become one of those old lady crafters that sits with a magnifying glass. Yeah, I have this on like a slightly angled and raised thing so that it's not flat on my desk. But maybe I'll try like putting something under this next time to raise it up even more. I feel like when it gets closer to you, like when I was working up here, I was able to sit up straighter, but now that it's like here, I'm like, eh. And then I like move and I'm like, ugh. Damn. Welcome back. Wasn't even like I missed one of these. I missed like a whole section of this letter. I was just like looking up at the top, I guess. Whoops. My bad. Oops. Yeah. Exactly. I don't know. I bought from Diamond Art Club. That's the Pippin arty looking kitty cat one. You can type the actual website if you want. I can click on it then and see. I don't remember where I got this from. This one was a long time ago. Oh, is that it? Diamond Art Club? Or no, diamond painting is different. Knee-jerk reaction looking at this is that it feels AI generated. But I don't know. What number? 930. Any other L's? It's fun. It's like cross stitching, but sparkly. Who doesn't love sparkly? I did for one set. This was back before I had like a decent amount of like storage things like this. So yeah, this is definitely a pill organizer. I used what I had at the time. It works. I mean, luckily the little organizers, like these kind, are fairly cheap now on like Amazon and stuff like that. There are like big fancy storage solutions too. So it kind of depends. Like, there's some content creators out there, like not necessarily streamers, just like people who make like diamond dot content. And some of their storage things, I'm like, damn, that's so fancy. Damn, I missed another one of... I think someone keeps changing these and adding more. Where is it? I just saw H's. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, oh crud. I made a mistake. I used the wrong color. I oopsied. It's an egg that you can hatch, yeah. It might be from like the designer of the game. Or one of like the people who like all they do is this game. Yeah. Like, literally, if you click on their stream, it's like words on stream, battle stuff. Yeah. I don't even know all the places I put this. It was supposed to be 8:23, and I was like, yeah, 8:20, and it's 8:24. Dang it. So close, and yet not. That's what you get for rushing. Where'd the other one go? Nope, that one was okay. It's just a really different color. Like, the one I put down was the pale blue, and it's like black, basically. So if I miss a few, it won't be that bad, but I'm trying not to miss a lot, because it's unfortunately not a very subtle. It's not like it's just like a little bit of a shade off. It's like, no, let's be really obnoxiously different. That one was okay. I think that's good. Yeah, it's hard to tell for sure until you see, like, here, this will be a good indicator. There you go. So the one that it should be is the black. Never to be found again. Yeah, it's a big difference. Yeah, it's definitely, it would be noticeable. It's easy enough to, like, do it now, like, when you do small sections like this. Like, if I was looking at it and it was all done and, like, trying to figure out what the heck I did wrong, it'd be a lot harder. Go ahead. Stretching is important. What's for dinner? We have leftovers. It's a chicken, almost like a chicken parm dish with sweet potatoes and like cabbage and Brussels sprouts. I'm still not a big Brussels sprouts fan. They were better this way than like whole, and they're cooked in the oven. But I think I still have a little childhood trauma of like, you're not gonna leave this table until you've eaten all your Brussels sprouts, and I'm like, but they taste like feet. We watched the first episode of Andor last night while we ate, so maybe we'll watch the second episode tonight. Your parent, yeah, my parents really love Brussels sprouts too. To each their own. That's fair. Yeah, definitely don't eat things you shouldn't. Or that you might be intolerant of. That's no good. Well, that set us back a little bit. I would have been closer to being done, but I had to pop all those off and put the new ones in. Womp womp. Hated the texture, yeah. like the farty sound this makes on my desk. I'm mature. Oh my gosh, I don't remember who it was, but there was an interview with a baseball player in the locker room after a game, and someone else in the locker room farted as he was being interviewed. And he's like answering the question, and then he's like, I'm sorry, and he just starts laughing. And then he looks up and he goes, farts are funny. And continued on with the interview, and I just love that he like took a second, cracked up about like his teammate that farted, and then like continued. And I'm like, this thing sounds like toots on my desk. And that's funny. So like here's this like grown baseball player who's like, sorry, farts are funny. And I'm like, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, sir. Pancham. I don't even know what balls I have. I have ovary balls. Imagine someone coming in for the first time and that's the first message they see. Don't forget to hit that follow button. I should just start saying that my streams go until 6:30. When I tell people my stream times. It feels like I've been consistently doing that lately. Listen, sometimes you just need to finish a part of a project, okay? Well, sometimes I also like, this was a big section, but I wanted to finish it. And I'm stubborn. So even though I spent like the beginning of stream crying and like not really doing a lot of dotting because I couldn't see the damn thing, I was like, I'm still gonna get it done. I don't know why these scissors are here. Sometimes, I mean, I long for the days when I have like nothing to catch you all up on. I long for a boring evening. Or I'm like, nothing happened after stream. Let's get right into crafts. I have nothing interesting to tell you. And I did also show off what I got at Joann's today. So that took a little time. But who doesn't love a haul? You know? Me too. I hope that for all of us. Hey, get back to that. Like, I'm ready for some nice precedented times instead of unprecedented, you know? Stop catching people up. Too tired. That's valid, honestly. I hate that. But it's valid. It's like when a friend or a streamer asks how you're doing, and you're like, that is a loaded question. Let me tell you. The short answer is hanging in there. Okie dokie. Sounds good. That's honestly why I'm trying to hurry up and finish so that I can do the same thing with James. I was getting ready to use my walking pad last night downstairs while Maple was eating, and that's when Patch decided to act up. And then I had to go running upstairs, and I'm like, well, walking pad's gonna have to wait. Oh shoot, ads? Okay, well, I'm gonna keep going. I didn't even realize. I won't do anything too exciting. Quick, everybody, run around. They are sneaky. That's rude as hell. That's your grass. Kick her. Wait. Ugh. Everything okay? I just heard you yell no. Thank you all for sticking through ads. I appreciate it. You didn't miss out on anything other than me placing some more dots. Chat is quiet. Chat is calm. No chaos detected. You just yelling to yell? finally undo it, so now it's just a little wonky. Oh, I'm so glad that it worked out. I always hate when, like, embroidering eyes can be really frustrating because it can be one of those, like, almost like when you do your own eye makeup where they don't quite match. Like, you get one that looks really good and then you get one that, like, you hate. And so then you're constantly trying to make a match. At least that's what it's like for me. Oh, please don't injure yourself. I like how I've started to learn some of the Pokemon that I don't know just because of this game. Like, I don't know this Pokemon from, like, any of the video games that I've played. But I recognize the name now from this. I'm like, that's that bird Pokemon, isn't it? Yep. Boop. And now we get to do all the ones that I missed the first time. So the plan for tomorrow is going to be attaching more of the Ryan blanket. See how much we can get done. Hopefully y'all are ready for another pajama party. You're all invited. Be there or be square. I don't know. A. Oh, A is the one that I made. Okay. I just need two. I don't want to pour them out. All right. Now I need... Oh, wait, one more. Now I need K. 939. That's in a bag. That's why I didn't do it. I was going in order of my little trays. Okay. 6 and 2. 2 is this one. Yay! I will go and take a peek. Thank you for sharing. I'm excited to see it. $3.11. Welcome back. back just in time for me to finish. Hooray! Section done. Dun da da da. Woohoo! Now, the best part. Wait, where's my X-Acto knife? I do this like every time. Oh my goodness. I got a seam ripper. It is. It's so satisfying. Whole section done. I think after we finish this section, we'll be more than halfway. Hi.
Hi.
What's up?
You?
If you want to get Pippin in,
Okay.
I'm wrapping up. And then we can go for a walk or something.
Yeah.
Alright. Very gently. Alright. Let's see. Hooray! There we go. I should like upload like pictures as I go of this. Like when I finish the section, it looks good, you know? Good time for a photo. Hooray! All right. Well, thank you all for hanging out today. I know that it was kind of a weird one. But I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all being here. I hope that you have a really good rest of your time zone, wherever you're at. Remember to eat something tasty, to drink some water, to take your meds, and to be kind to yourself and other people. And share it, yes. Yes, I will definitely upload it onto the gram. Okay. I think that since I ran over and I want to go for a walk, we're going to read somewhere, a pet place, an animal place. That way I can just read and run. Would you all like to see kitties? Burbs? What would you like to see? kitties? You got it.
Yeah.
All right, we're off to the Furball Farm. They're really cool. They have, it's a huge animal sanctuary for feral or not adoptable cats until they are either able to be adopted or they live there forever. And it's super cool. One of my favorites, I'll often just like pull it up when I'm just kind of chilling. Let us roll some credits and I will see you all tomorrow. We're gonna have another pajama party because honestly, I need a pajama party. So get your raid messages. This first one is if you are a subscriber, and the second one is if you are a follower. And let's go say hi to some kitties, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Take care, friends. Bye.